Hey, if you guys are typing in Twitch chat, I'm not seeing it. It might be another bug. If not, what's going on, guys? Been a while. I've been away. Pretty hectic schedules the past 2 weekends. I do apologize. It has been vacation season, you know, so. A little hectic. What's going on, JMA? But I'm back. I do not have any plans moving forward. So we're just going to be grinding it out, trying to get everything finished for the Discord and the website and get the business launched, and that's what we have planned, so we'll see how it goes. But no more vacation for right now, obviously. Tomorrow we're going to try to get back to our normal schedule of streams at 4:30 p.m. I do have a dentist appointment tomorrow, so I think it's at like 11 though, so it shouldn't affect our stream. Let me see. Yeah, it's at 11, so we should be good. I may, moving forward, I am probably gonna move my streams to 3:30 p.m. So we might move up our streams to an hour earlier. That means a big move. Yeah, exactly, Hockey. Every single time, dude. Every single time I go to the dentist, it always pops or drops really hard, and I can't trade it. Let me turn the music down a little bit. It's a little loud. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it's getting really late for you guys who are tuning from Europe. All my European viewers, I know it's like 1 a.m. or even later. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Just got back from the lake. I'm pretty fucking exhausted. I think I got a nice tan. You guys can't see it, but just imagine it. 2 a.m. Yeah, it's getting late, man. Getting late. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Probably a little 30-minute stream. I still have that same short open. So that same short that we had back from like, what was it, Thursday? I think it was Thursday or whenever. I opened up a short. I still have that short open. We have not closed. It really has not given me a reason to close. Sadly, I actually wanted to add on to my short here, but I didn't get the opportunity to add on. I was talking about in my Discord with my business partners that I was looking for a failure of 11.8. If it failed 11.8, I was going to add on. So you saw this doji here spike up to around like 11.75 and then fail downward. But once it started to fail there, that was a perfect opportunity for me to start adding. But I was at the lake, so wasn't really paying attention to the charts, didn't have my BitMEX ready, so I didn't really have a good opportunity to trade that. So we did miss out on that ad there. Something that I did do at the lake was I opened up a hedge, which I'm not even sure if I ever updated in Discord. Let me take a look. Oh, I never updated it. Let me update that. So yeah, I opened up a hedge for 50% of my short at 11.683, which was, where was that? 11.683. Oh, this was on June. It was, I think it was here. Yeah, it was here. So we saw this bulldog and it started to break out to the upside, and I took a long at 11.683, and then we closed it for a 1% loss at 11.560 when it pulled back here. So I just took the long to protect my short, just in case we did break 11.8. But we ended up not breaking 11.8, so my short, or excuse me, my long hedge it was a 50% size hedge. It got closed for a 1% loss. Which was a, let me see. Oh, it actually doesn't say. If it was a 50% size, it should be about 0.045% of the account. Which is not terrible. Hey, Respecta. Hockey, Doodle, JMA, Rippers. Good to see all you guys. So yeah, if you're just coming in, as I said, I'm still in my short. Nothing really gave me the signal to leave the short, so we're still holding it. I do have a lot of lines going on here, so I'll explain what I'm looking at. So this was the previous uptrend. We broke to that downtrend there. We took that short. That's actually where we entered the short. So I entered the short based on this trend break here. So we saw this uptrend break downward. We had our red candle shift. I took my short. We dropped all the way down to 10.8. This is not what I'm looking for, though. I'm looking for more of a bottom test around this pivot down here. So I would like to see around 10,009.8 before I start to take serious profit. But yeah, so we have this uptrend break here. We have another uptrend here, which actually was broken to the downside. You saw that perfect support hold on that pivot. You can see this pivot right here, which lines up perfectly with that doji. So you have this pivot formed. You have that beautiful bottom. So you break out of this uptrend here. Pop, retest, and you're just kind of consolidating on the pivot. Pop back up, retest the trend, and now we're starting to fail again. So we are still bearish. Like I said, there's nothing really giving me a signal to close my short. But yeah, so let's start cleaning this chart up a little bit. This is where we entered our trade. We entered on this break right here. So I'm going to delete that. And then these levels, I guess I can keep these levels. They're just the pivot levels. We no longer need that trend line. But yeah, so the hourly is still slightly bullish on the indicator. You do have a slightly bullish bias on the candles, obviously. But it looks like it's getting ready to shift to the red side pretty soon if you do not make a new high, basically, on the 11.5, 11.6 range. Let's see. 2 hour is turning neutral. 3 hour is still bullish. 4 hour is still bullish. 4 hour actually gave you a buy signal back here on the trail at around 11.2. 12 hour neutral, daily still green. So a lot of chop. I'm pretty happy that I took my little vacation when I did, because I didn't really miss out on a whole lot of price action. You can see that we just saw Barts after Barts after Barts. So basically my vacation was perfectly timed because I wasn't going to trade this right here. Excuse me, my throat's pretty destroyed from the lake. But yeah, perfectly timed. Didn't miss out on much. We are still looking for a failure of the trail and a failure of this pivot to really start to see that sell action come in. But I'm currently up about 3% on the account on the short. My entry is 11,883, so we're still pretty well in profit. I'm not really worried about it until it starts to break like 11.6, 11.7. So until then, you're just getting chopped, really. You trade any shit coins? I'm looking at SNM. No, I'm not really trading any coins right now. But we can take a look at it. Four hour failing a pivot. You have a test here, gave you a tweezer, failure down. You have a test here, gave you a failure. You are turning greens. You do have a slightly bullish bias, but you're still failing that pivot. Yeah, you can see it's a pretty strong range. You have basically 3 pivots in that same, 4 pivots actually. There's one here. 4 pivots in that same area. So yeah, very strong resistance there. You're also getting sell signals here, but you're not getting any price action to confirm. The weekly gave you sell signals way back here, like 700. But yeah, man, I'm not trading any of these coins right now. They're not really appetizing to me. This does look like it's pretty good, though. You are putting in a higher low. You are consolidating on resistance, so you could see a breakthrough pretty soon. But until it breaks 194 and actually closes above 194, I wouldn't be interested in it. Yeah, these are all automatic, man. You can see. I'll go to any random coin on my watch list. You can see it makes these lines automatically. I can just go to all these random coins here. You can see Ethereum has a beautiful bottom here. Look at that. Perfect bottom. XCC has got a nice bottom there as well. Yeah. They are automatically drawn. They're not the standard pivots that you would typically see on TradingView. I don't really have a better name for them. They basically are like SR levels, but they could be used in different ways. But yeah, so the standard pivots on TradingView, they repaint. That's basically their job. Their job is to repaint highs and lows, pivot points, to give you kind of a predictor for the future. My pivots do not repaint. My pivots are drawn live, and they never turn off. So once it draws this pivot, this candle will always be a pivot candle. It will never repaint. So what it does do is, so when it has a pivot, it will stop drawing the circles when a new pivot is made. We did that to make the chart look cleaner. So obviously you can extend them. So like we extended these. I'm just using the horizontal ray tool to extend them. You can obviously extend them if you would like. But yeah, so they turn off when a new one's made. So it makes it a lot less messy on the chart. Yeah, man, they're actually surprisingly extremely accurate. I'm very happy with how they turned out. Hey, man. Take on Bitcoin. I'm still short, man. Still short. Holding my short. Not really scared until like 11.8 is broken. As long as we don't break 11.8, we're still making lower highs. Just looks like it's chopping people out before it dumps. Or before it pulls off an inverse head and shoulders and pumps back up. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, right now I'm still short. Still bearish. I'm short from 11.883, so basically the top up here. Does it work well on smaller time frames? 5-50 minutes? It really depends on what you're trading. But yeah, you can see here what it looks like. It's pretty good at calling bottoms. You can see it calls these bottoms, pumps up, bottoms, pumps up. You can see these called the pullbacks. Pullback, bottom. Basically calls tops and bottoms almost to the candle. You have some weird pivots that end up like being in the middle of nowhere. But with basic price action, you can see these pivots are extremely powerful. You can see 5-minute bottom there, bottom there. You have tops here, top there, top there. Bottom here got a swing failure. Let's see. You got a top here, pullback. And my throat's killing me. Pretty loud on a lake, so you gotta yell at each other the whole time. Yeah, the blue ones are for bottom pivots, the orange ones are for top pivots. But yeah, you can see like top here, bottom, bottom, bottom. This one tried to be a bottom but failed. Same here. Bottom there, bottom there. Bottom here, double bottom. This acted as a swing level. This acted as a top and a swing. Support, resistance, support. So they're up for interpretation, obviously. You can use them in many different ways. But yeah, they're very powerful. You can see this 2-hour pivot, which looked like it was in the middle of nowhere. Like, this looks like it's just the middle of nowhere, right? But look at this. Perfect. Perfect supports. Now look at the 4-hour. This 4-hour looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. You want to see something crazy? Look at this. It calls the top to the candle and the bottom to the candle. You like that? These do not repaint. I can 100% assure you that these do not repaint. I cannot show you... I can't show you live on stream unless it physically happens while I'm streaming. Because if I use the replay function, it shows it once the candle closes. But yeah, so you guys can go back and watch my stream, and if you watch my streams and it's starting to form a pivot, they will not repaint. Once they form, they form. What I mean by repaint is, if you guys don't know what I mean, is a lot of indicators will trick you. They'll like show a level, and then it will change. It will change itself. So like as the price changes, or like as the candles close, or maybe you refresh the chart and you come back later, it will change those levels. That's what's called repainting. It's a way to... There's good ways to use it and a lot of bad ways to use it. And most people use it for bad ways to kind of trick you into thinking their indicator's a lot better than it really is. But yeah, so this indicator doesn't do that. How does it know it's a pivot? I can't tell you that. It is a formula that I created using a few indicators. You guys have any other questions? I've been collecting funding this entire time too, so I've been short since here. We've been short for about 4 days now, and I've been collecting funding for 4 days. Because funding has been towards the shorts the entire time. I've made like nothing. Like less than 1% of my account in funding, but it's still free money, you know what I mean? I'm talking about BitMEX, Doodle, so they pay funding to shorts or longs depending on whatever their calculation determines as the proper side to pay funding. And then you get like little fees. So like if you're on the right side of funding, you get the fees and they go straight into your account. Or if you're on the wrong side of the funding, you pay the fees. They're kind of like dividends almost. Kind of like dividends. Yeah, guys, as I was gone, we're over 50 people on the waiting list. We're at like 55, I think. So I'm going to be closing that waiting list pretty soon. Probably when it gets to like 60 or 70 people, excuse me. Because I don't want to let the waiting list get too big. Because we're only going to open the Discord with 50 slots, and I don't want people to be pissed off that they missed their slot even though they were on the waiting list. So I'm going to close it up. I'm going to close it down pretty soon. Probably give it a few more days. We'll see how it goes. Wait for them to balance things out. Isn't there a fee for those perpetual? Yeah, so basically there's market fees, there's taker fees, maker fees, funding rates, all kinds of things. Sorry guys, I'm just really tired. Kind of burned out from the lake. Probably gonna call it a stream here in a few minutes. We're gonna go back to our normal streams, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, normal schedule, starting tomorrow. I know it's been hectic lately with the lake streams, and I've been on and off my schedule. I do apologize for that. But we will be back to the normal pretty shortly. This is basically the decision point for shorts. We want this to break for shorts. And about here to here is the decision point for longs. So you want this range to break for longs to see that break to the upside. You do have that pivot here, and then you have that level up here as well. So basically everything in between here is chop. Don't pay attention to really this chop here. You can keep selling the highs, keep buying the lows as much as you want. Obviously, it's going to get riskier and riskier as it goes on. But yeah, this is the decision point for the shorts, and this is the decision point for the longs. Basically, the cross here to this upper level. If I had to pick one hard level, I'd say like 11.8. Like anything between these levels is pretty much just ranging. Look at Dis. Let's take a look. Oh, Disney. Yeah, bouncing off a pivot. You have a small little buy there on the hourly. You had a buy on the 4 hour way back here. You had a couple buys back here. Daily gave you a buy back here. Looks like you have like a bull flag and ready to break out. Pretty strong trend, like an ascending triangle almost. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. Looks pretty good. Ascending triangle, strong support. Anything above like 141's good. long as it stays above 141, 140, 150. Should be good. Now the bears are looking at the rising wedge. So the bears are going to see it as a rising wedge. The bulls are going to see it as a ascending triangle. I'm playing the ascending triangle. Yeah. Confirmation bias. Yeah, so I'd say it's definitely more bullish than bearish, for sure. That's interesting. That's interesting. Look at this. So that's very interesting. So the 4th of July is a holiday, right? So the 4th of July, there's no trading. So you can see how the volume has no volume here. Right? But TradingView is pairing that zero volume bar to the July 3rd candle. That's weird. TGT. Target. Yeah, you're above your pivots here. You have 2 pivots here, but you're above both of them. You're above the daily as well. Yeah, so look at these daily pivots. They called the top almost perfectly. So you are above that. Yeah, strong close on the 5th. Strong close here on Friday. Not bad. It closed above the doji. Yeah, so I'd say as long as your doji holds, as long as the pivot holds, you're good. 88.30. Not bad. But alright guys, I'm getting a little burnt out. I do apologize for the short stream. Like I said, we're going to be back to normal very shortly. I'm going to be back streaming tomorrow. I might be getting numbed again at the dentist, so if I have to push stream back, I'll let you guys know on Twitter. If I still can't talk, if I'm still numbed, I'll just push the stream back a little bit. But yeah, keep an eye on my Twitter, guys. I'll give you guys some updates on when we're streaming, or if anything happens on Bitcoin, I'll let you guys know if I'm adding onto my short or if I'm closing it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by for this really late stream. I do apologize for my European viewers. Thank you guys for stopping by. I know it's getting in the early AM for you guys. Also, my American viewers, obviously appreciate you guys as well. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow, most likely at 4:30. If not, keep an eye on my Twitter. I'll let you guys know when I'm going live. Alright guys, you guys have a good night. See you tomorrow. Peace.